Hello and welcome along. Today on Coldborough Park Farm, we're going to be finishing off stacking our silage and hay bales so we can bring them back down here for when we need them for our cows eventually. So we have our our New Holland 8340 here, and over here, in the field we have our 7840. So without further ado, let's get to it. So yeah, we did yesterday on the not yesterday, for me it's yesterday. For all of you, it's last Monday. We did the live stream on here, and in that we baled up all of our remaining grass and created some silage bales. So we have 5 of those left, and we have 6 hay bales. So we're going to put the silage bales on here, and then we're going to go and grab our bale spike for the hay bales. And we just need to load up the rest of these silage bales, get them on there, and then we can unload them in the same place as our straw bales that we have ready for our cows. And once we have all of that stuff together, we can get back to doing some work with our sheep. What we've got, actually, we sold all the other silage bales that we created, and that's given us 42,000. So I'm gonna go and buy some more sheep, I think. We only have 6 sheep at the moment, which is not a great amount. And we actually will have enough money to buy quite a few more. I want to get this on here correctly. I only have 5 silage bales to grab, but we need to fill the rest of the space with hay bales. So I don't want to take up too much space with silage bales, but that won't be too difficult. With only 5, we'll stack 4 on this level and then the 5th in the middle. And that will have them on here quite nicely. So, and we'll get everything on here this time. There we are. I do an awful lot of bale stacking. It is true. I do seem to like it. Okay, let's get this one on. Hopefully this is the last bale stacking I'll have to do for a while. We do have a lot of ploughing to do on this farm now as well, because all of our fields need to be set up for their next crops. So we're probably going to plough one field ourselves and then see if we can get courseplay to do the rest. We'll see how good courseplay is at that on here. Oh, come on. There we go. There we are. And one more on this rope, and then we can put the 5th on top. this one, of course, fell over. So we're just going to do that and plonk it back down so that we can get a straight grab at it. Like so. Grabbing it like this will mean that we should be able to slot it into place fairly easily. Hopefully without too much hassle. There we go. Nicely on the trailer. Done and dusted. Right, so get that locked on. Then just one more to do. I don't think there's another one anywhere. This is when we come and cut the field in a few episodes time and find that actually there's a couple of bales up the top that we've missed. We should have grabbed before. That's okay. 5 is a good number for us to start with for our cows. And if there is another one hiding somewhere at the top of the field, then that's fine. It just means that we have a nice surprise bale waiting for us later. There we go. And we'll just strap that onto the top. Right, now we need to pick up these bales. So what we're going to do is we're going to run down to the main farm quickly, grab the bale spike, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've grabbed my bale spike, and we're just going to pick up these bales now. And get them onto the trailer. I don't think I have this bale very straight on right now. I don't. Ooh. So I need to come in at an angle anyway. There we go. Ooh. There's one. See if we can be a little bit straighter with the next couple. There we go. There's the next one. And get this on as well. So we're still quite a way off getting the cows. We're actually, what I'm waiting for with the cows especially is for an update to the map. Basically the cows don't fully work properly on here at the moment. Their manure doesn't fill, and I think that's the only issue with them at the moment, but I would need to double check. So there is an update coming to this. Bullet Bill has said that there is an update coming to the map. It's just when it arrives. Probably, it's possible it might have arrived this week, to be honest. So I'm recording this on Tuesday morning. It is possible that by Saturday, when this episode is live, there's been an update to this map. If so, great, excellent. On Monday night's live stream, we should be using the updated version of this map. But that's if it's come out by then. Basically, as soon as the update comes up, I'll be resetting up my game on the updated version of the map. Hopefully bringing everything across. And getting it all set up. There we go. Yeah, we've got one. We're going to have to go through the hedge for one of these. Okay. Go. Yeah, I got one in the hedge there and one in the next field. Go. Just two more to get on here. And then we can go and unload them. Oh. There are a few solid bits in the hedgerows. I'm not sure I can get the right angle for this, so we will come out and we will get it from the other side. Makes more sense. There we go. Ooh. There we go. Right, and we're just going to pop through the hedge quickly down here and grab this other bale. Nothing else down here as far as I can see. we go. Pop back through here. And load it up. That will then be that finished. I think. I cannot see any more bales around this field. There we go. Get that off our trailer, onto our trailer, off our bale spikes. And just make sure everything's properly strapped down. There we go. Right. And then we will set this tractor to follow. Oh. At 20 meters. And away we go. So now there's so now we have 6 hay and 5 silage, and I think it's about 10 straw bales. That perfectly sets us up for the cows later. Should give us enough to get us started with them. Just need the cows to be working, really. There we go. So we'll get the hay bales off first. And as always, we only take off the straps that we need to take off. Because that can otherwise lead to explosions of bales. And we don't want that. We don't want our bales going everywhere. So we'll only unload, only unstrap the ones we need to unstrap at any given time. Go. Get these unloaded. This will basically be our job for the day, I think. Right, we need to move out of the way our baler. We'll use our T6 for this. That will be going back up to the main yard in a bit anyway. Don't want to move the Eurobus because that's hired. So that will count as it being used if I was to move that. So I don't want to do that. That absolutely must stay where it is. That. then we will plonk this next to it. Basically, it's going to be a much smaller pyramid. Right, now we've got to get the third one there without moving either of those two. This is where the trick comes. So unlock this bale. There we go. The important bit here is to line myself up before I get anywhere near the other two bales. When you do that, that slots in there absolutely fine. Like so. Right, just 3 more of these to unload then. Once that's done, get the silage bales off and unload in here as well. I've got to be careful about where I'm going to put the silage bales, because obviously I don't want to block access to any of these. But at the same time, I can't move the forage wagon. What I could do is I could return the forage wagon. Right. There we go. I could return the forage wagon. That would solve that problem. We don't need it for a while, and we would probably look to buy it if we were going to use it again. But to be perfectly honest, that is all the grass we've got. We are not going to use that forage wagon for a long time. So I think we might return that, I think. Because we do have a daily rate on it as well, and if we're not going to use it for a very long time, then it's not really worth having about. Are we nicely aligned? Yeah, I think we are. No, not quite. There we go. That one is on there nicely. Right, last hay bale. And then we just need to get these silage bales off. Okay, there we are. slowly. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to return this forage wagon. So, owned items, no, leased items. So, we'll return that. There. Okay, and it's useful to have the floodlight, and it's useful to have the Ursus bale wrap. Great demand of biogas for soybeans for another 12 hours. We do not have any soybeans, I don't believe. Right, so I'm going to drop off our bale spike now. I'll just plonk that down here. There we go. Oh, that's going to be fun to pick up later. And pick up our wrapped bale handler. Like so. Right. So, undo that strap, and not that strap, and that'll do. Oh no, that one's okay. We're gonna undo all these straps, which is a little bit dangerous, but hopefully there won't be any nasties coming of it. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to stack these at the back of this bit. It's like easier to stack the wrapped bales. Oh, couldn't see anything then. We'll probably drop this down on the ground, I think. There we go. Ooh, that moved a bit. There we go. We've got a lot of space with these, so I'm not too worried about them having a gap like that. That's another one. Stack this one on top. Actually, no, we'll plop this down the bottom. Give it a similar sort of gap. There we go. And then the other two we can stack on top in a little bit of a pyramid. And then everything's nice and safe and secure and in the right place. There we go. drop that off there. Like that. And then just one more to go. That will be where we will end the episode. Alright, last one. There we are. Oh. Caught the edge of the barn there. And there we go. Right, so we will just turn this tractor off, and we will just turn the other one off as well, so that it's not in the background. And all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. Goodbye.